Alright, so the first steps to me being able to do your credit analysis, you would paste this URL link.me/TS consultations. You would paste it in your URL bar and it should bring you to a page like this. So for those who don't already have my contact information, my email is right here. It's a thumbnail to my email. Here's the button to my business WhatsApp, but then you can also come right here where my business card is at. You could click that link or that thumbnail and it will bring you to a page like this, and you can literally just save my contact information directly to your phone. And it's my emails, social media handles, things of that nature. So that's for those who it's just a quicker way to add my contact in your phone. It should be compatible with both iPhones and Androids. Alright, so now as far as the first steps that I need you to take in order for me to perform your credit analysis, you would come to this link, like I said, link.me/TS consultations. Bring you to a page like this. You'll scroll down. You'll go past all the tax preparation stuff since you're trying to get credit repair. So I do have a Canva pricing sheet. So if you want to get an idea of the pricing of what I charge for my credit repair services, you can click this thumbnail and it'll take you to the Canva link, and you can just zoom in and basically kind of get an idea of what I charge. So I did make that available for everyone. All right, so let's go back. All right, so then the first steps that you would take would completing this credit monitoring and enrollment form. So you would click this, it will bring you to a Google form page. I'm not going to read through all this. You can read through it once you get here. But all it's basically saying, to summarize it, is that in order for me to perform your credit analysis, I do use a credit disputing software. So my software can only recognize certain credit reports from certain credit monitoring providers. So most people will be like, well, I use CreditWise through my bank to monitor my credit, or I use Credit Karma, or I use there's a few other ones out there, but I can only use what works with my software, what my software can recognize. So I do provide 3 different providers. Well, I think I provide about 5 now. I haven't updated the Google form yet, but this is how the credit report will have to look. It will need to be a 3B credit report, which is a 3 bureau credit report. And this is an example of how my software is able to recognize and tag what negatives are on your credit report. And as you can see, it doesn't just look like a regular credit report like on Credit Karma or your bank or whatever. It's an actual breakdown of each account on your credit report, and it's side by side. All 3 credit bureaus are side by side. So that's what a 3B credit report looks like, and this is what I'm needing to import into my disputing software to do my part. So that's just to answer any questions as far as why do I need to sign up for credit monitoring, because I have to work with works with my software. Okay, so you'll come down here, you just answer these questions, and I did put the hyperlinks in here as well, where you could just click and go directly to the links. They are all $1 trials. I think the only one is like $2 smart credit. It's not in here, but I think that's the only one that's like $2. But I have about like 5 of them that you can use. So the way how it works is they're all 7-day trials. So when you sign up for it, after you complete this form, the only way I will know what credit monitoring you signed up for is by completing this form, because it asks you to enter the email that you use to sign up, the password, the last word, your social, because it will ask me that in order to sign into your credit monitoring, to download your report. And then it also asks for like your Experian login if you don't have one, and it asks you to create an account. It asks for the login information, and the same thing for Credit Karma. And the reason why I need the login to those is just in case there's any information that might be reporting on your Credit Karma that's not shown on your 3B credit report, which it it's a rare chance of that happening, but it has happened before. That's why I will need your Credit Karma and your Experian, because Credit Karma doesn't show Experian, it only shows TransUnion and Equifax. So that's the reason why I'm needing a combination of both of them. And also, just if you do decide to continue to get credit repair services for me, Credit Karma is good to use as an indicator, which is basically meaning when something falls off a credit report is usually like one of the first credit monitoring that you could basically use as like a indicator to see what's going on with your credit. Because with the 3B credit reports, you can only pull those. It's not like live or anything as far as reports. You only see updates when you report it. I mean, after you have to manually pull it like every like 28 to 30 days. The only way you'll see that something changed with the 3B credit report is when you manually pull it again. That's the only way. So that's why I use a combination of the 3B credit report providers that I provide, because that's how my software is able to indicate what fell off and stuff like that. And I use Credit Karma so me and you can track day to day, results or things that might have fell off. And so you'll continue and just fill out this form. I ask you for your information, your phone number, and what email you would like for your credit analysis summary to be sent to. And that's pretty much it. So let's go back. So as you complete that, what I'll basically be doing along your credit analysis is every credit repair client of mine, my goal is to help them get funding. I usually do get a good general understanding of what your goals are, but my goal, regardless, is to help you get to funding. If you don't have some type of business model or some type of business plan, in place, I will challenge you along the way to do so you can basically leverage your credit. You don't want to just have a good credit score and you're not benefiting from it. The proper way for you to benefit from your credit or having good credit is for you to get funding and invest that funding into something that you can make more profit and more capital off of, where you don't have to necessarily work a day-to-day job or live paycheck to paycheck, depending on what your situation may be. So when I'm doing your credit analysis, what I'll be doing is I will be giving you constructive criticism on your reports. I will be grading it as if you were a funding client of mine. So I'll be letting you know what your credit reports are lacking, what you need to do, what data points you need to make your credit report have as far as qualifying, where you'll be able to graduate from the credit repair program and get access to that 5 to 6 figure funding that I can guarantee. So I will be doing that along your credit analysis. There's two different ways we could go about the credit analysis. Usually I'll just record like a video and then I'll send it over as a zip file and you can just watch it. Or if you want, after I log into your credit reports, I will manually cancel your 7-day free trial so you won't forget. I forgot to mention that. So you don't have to worry about that once I log in and do the analysis. Like I said, after you complete the credit monitoring form, the Google form, after I get your submission and I'm able to confirm that I can log in, then I'll basically kind of just glance over your report, and then I'll just basically reach out to you through WhatsApp and ask if you'd rather me record the video and send it over to you as a zip file, or if you'd rather schedule a Zoom call and I can send you my link where we can hop on the Zoom call and we could do your credit analysis one-on-one via a Zoom call. We could do it that way as well. So that's how the credit analysis would basically work. And in the credit analysis, like I said, I'll be giving you constructive criticism, just giving my feedback on what your credit reports are missing to qualify for my 5 to 6 figure funding program. And I just basically answer any questions like that if we are on the Zoom, if you decide to do it that way. And then if you decide you want to proceed with my credit repair services after I give you a quote, because you also receive your quote as well during that call or during the video if you want me to send it over that way. Both ways you will know how much it will be for your credit repair services. And once we do that, Then if you tell me you decide you want to proceed with my credit repair services and we go over the different payment methods and stuff like that, then the next step would be you will come back to the link.me/TS consultations, and you will scroll down and you will complete the credit repair client intake form. And once you complete that, it'll basically, let me show you a little preview. So it basically just asks you for all your information that I'll need, as far as like your name, email. I'm not gonna go through it because some of these it's not gonna let me go unless I actually type information in. But all it's really asking for is everything that I'll need to perform your disputes, which is your name, your email, social security card, social security number, your current address, current employer. Basically, you'll see once you come in here and fill it out, but it asks you for everything I basically need to begin my part as far as doing your disputes. So you will complete that, and what you will also complete before I can, this is what will actually finalize me being able to start on your report and basically you giving me your consent. At step 3, you have to complete this TS Consultations Credit Repair Agreement form. So I also put in the hybrid links to the credit monitoring providers that's eligible and compatible with my disputing software. But you just basically read through all of this and you will come across a page like this, which is basically the terms of service agreement, and you can zoom in and read it. There's nothing to hide in here. All I'm basically touching bases on is the different things that will void the contract as far as me working on your credit, which is like not applying for anything while I'm working on your credit and things of that nature. You could just basically go through it. It's pretty much, I want to say, everything that was in the blue right here is what you are agreeing to, what you're giving me consent to, and basically just saying that you agreed to pay all your bills while I'm working on your credit, not running your credit or applying for anything. Basically, just not putting more negatives on your credit than what I'm already working with. So you will complete that, and once you complete that is what will actually finalize me to be able to start on working on your credit. And then that's pretty much it. Those are 3 steps as far as me getting started on your credit analysis and just getting started on my credit repair services. And then I also have those same links if you want to take advantage of these to the credit monitoring right here. So they're all just thumbnails. They will all take you to the correct pages. You got Identity IQ, My Score IQ, Free Score Now, Smart Credit, and Free Score Fast. And then all these are just other primary accounts you can sign up for, which we'll get to later. That's step 2 of the funded stage, which is actually credit building. But that's pretty much all I need you to do, just to complete the credit monitoring enrollment form. After you do that, that would basically give me the submission to logging into whichever provider you chose to sign up with for your $1. And then once I log in, like I said, I'll cancel the trial after I download the report to my computer. I reach back out to you to see if you rather me just record the video, like kind of how I'm doing for this video, and send it over to you zip file, or we could just hop on a one-on-one Zoom call and we could just go over your reports together. And then, like I said, I'll just give you my feedback along what your credit reports are lacking for funding. And we'll go over what your quote is, the different payment methods I accept. And then if you decide you want to pay, you want to start, then that's when you will complete the credit repair client intake form and the credit repair agreement form. So, yep, that's pretty much all I have for you today. That's how you get started. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me on my business WhatsApp. That's where I will be answering all credit related questions. That's where I do all my communications as far as credit. So I'll talk to you soon. I look forward to working with you.